Hi, this is probably one of the best known kept secret in the Romanian Bucege Range Mountain. It was discovered in 2003, a tunnel. It seems like there were an energy field that surrounding inside of the mountain and the entrance of a tunnel, where supposedly they found different artifacts, especially alien kind of devices. Now, this was all told by in the book of Future with the Deadhead by Radu Sinamar, which was supposedly being a witness of the Romanian Secret Service, and also the liaison with the American Pentagon services. I mean, this was discovered by an American satellite belong to the Pentagon, which has like geodesic kind of penetration radar, and because of it, they alert the Romanian authorities, and then they try to make an inquiry exactly what is going on over there. And trying to access the tunnel, they found this kind of energy shield, which has obviously like a resonance some kind. And the first person who tried to access it, he was actually disintegrated. Now, further study, they were able to uncover the frequency of the resonance of the shield, and were able to access the first tunnel. Now, in correspondence also with that, there is also the fact that inside of this tunnel they found this chamber, which they have like a hall of projection. They have different kind of set benches and station working stations. Of course, the energy surrounding it was a glow, and some of the tables were very high for a normal, human being. Obviously, this was managed by some kind of sort of aliens. You can see the diagram and how everything was found, and you can see three entrances in the top. There were three other tunnels. So this was probably made by these aliens, tall aliens. So supposedly they have a lot of technology, for 100. Nobody knows exactly how old it was, but obviously it was very, very old. Now, also all around you can find this glow, and nobody knows exactly from what kind of energy, but supposedly the table itself, which you can see on the side of the diagram, they were connected to some boxes, and probably this is where the energy sources it was, some kind, maybe atomic, or God knows what. Now, also they found different kind of devices and levers on the wall, and a pedestal in the middle of the chamber. Now, of course, they try to have access to this tunnel, because there were three other tunnels that also they have access from the main chamber, and they didn't know exactly where they were leading to. Supposedly, after some research, they discovered that the tunnels were going actually to different kind of parts of the globe, the Tibet, one of them, the Gobi Plateau, China, and also Iraq. Now, these are the working stations that I told you about, and they were connected to some kind of boxes, and on them they have different kind of they're made of some kind of a stone, some kind of a conglomerate, and when you press the buttons, you can actually have like this kind of glowing kind of effect, and you can trigger some kind of hologram. Well, obviously, this is one of probably the best kept secret in the world. I mean, since it was from 2003, and when this satellite actually discovered this energy kind of shield form, and we still don't know so much about it. I mean, it was a lot on media, local television here in Romania, and they tried to speak with people from around the place, and they tried to find out more, and obviously everything was kept, pretty much under secrecy. Now, this is the holograms that you can see of some of the devices when you press them, and it seems like they hold the record of the whole planet and place in universe. And oh, by the way, this is the boxes where the tables supposedly were connected to them to have energy from. So it might be like a miniature kind of a power reactor or some sort. Again, they don't know what kind of energy, and also these are the supposedly the instructions. They look like cuneiform kind of symbols, but actually they are much different than that. And obviously it's an ancient writing that we don't know nothing about it. And of course, by tapping and pressing this, you can have these holograms raising, and projected from the walls. Now, of course, we still don't know so much about what exactly all the information it was. Everything it's in the book, and people over the years they tried to get in contact with him, but because he was a secret agent, so to speak, the name was of course made on alias. Now this is again, they show the alien versus the people of the earth, and the symbiotic kind of relationship, and how they try to make a modification genetically, and through DNA and so on, research. So obviously it's a very complex kind of one might say that it was like an ancient laboratory of an alien technology here on earth. And if you think of it, it's not very far-fetched. A lot of, I mean, even we as a human being, civilization, we think maybe one day we will have different kind of research station on other planets or satellites, even in our solar system. This is again supposedly to be on the walls, and you have different kind of symbols, different kind of, I mean, this was very old, and supposedly when you touch some of these buttons, all kinds of reactions, all kinds of things was triggered. And by the way, these are some levers, and supposedly with these levers, they said when you open this, when you press on them, different things will open, and supposedly this access to different kind of tunnels. The energy level of the shields, I mean, obviously will be disintegrated, so you can have access to the tunnel that was going, if you can see from the mountain range in Romania, you have access to different parts of the globe, like underground to Tibet and to Iraq and so on. Now, this is very interesting. Some of the levers, supposedly, because by the time that these aliens was inhabiting these mountain ranges, you can see they were all engulfed by water. And supposedly when you press them, they were actually taking all the water down, trying to draw it, and you can have like the whole mountain range. Now, this is another thing very interesting. They found in the middle of the room on a pedestal this amphora, and when they inspect the interior, they found this very strange white powder, which on a closer analysis, they determined that this is actually monoatomic gold powder, which is very rare in essence, and cannot be found naturally. And obviously was mixed with some other kind of atomic agent, and supposedly it has like a psychedelic kind of effect to someone's mind, and trigger like an ability to be able to communicate and to use your pineal brain gland as a transceiver and to receive messages and to enhance your intelligence and whatnot. Of course, this is just something we still don't fully understand. This is something that it's explained in the book. I recommend you to read the book. You can see it online, or you can read about it so you can have more information like I did. It's called Future with a Dead Head by Radu Sinemar. In translation in Romania, you can find it Viitor cu cap de mort. This is how it's pronounced. And yes, it's something very, very interesting, and probably is one of the best kept secret. I mean, of course, they discover other things in Antarctica and so on, and nobody still knows nothing about it. It seems like the governments. I mean, frankly, all the governments when they found something like this, they keep everything under the wrap. They don't want the public to know about it because obviously for security reason or national security reason, or they think we are childs and we cannot cope with the reality, and they are the big brother taking care of us. But in reality it's not quite like that. It's all about interest, all about supremacy, advantages, one nation over the other, and so on. So this is the gold supposedly that has this kind of effect, and in a monoatomic kind of state, it's able to trigger and even give you youth. So people will actually experience big longevity up to thousands of years if they consume this kind of gold. And this was actually has been told in antiquity for a long time, but nobody believed it until obviously you see somebody found it like that. Now, of course, all this is opening for debate. Everything is kept under the secrecy. But if you think of it, in the mid-50s, the Roswell crash. I mean, the technology over there wasn't so advanced, and still we weren't able to find out much. Even 60 years later, well, this being only 17 years ago, and with the technology and the secrecy you can keep, these days, obviously it's very, very, very hard. So who knows when we're gonna probably find out something for sure. Now this is the as I said, the plateau. I mean, where this is Romania, and you can see actually the red circle engulfing the area where it was found on the top of the mountain range on the Bucegi Plateau. Supposedly, I mean, I've seen it. There is a sphinx, like in Egypt, but different in shape a little bit. And then from the location itself inside of the mountain, you can see that it's going differently. The tunnels, you can have access to China, Gobi, and the Himalayas, the Tibet. They said they have different kind of rooms just like that with different kind of devices. So in another word, all this is probably from technology. And also there is a tunnel supposedly that is leading towards the inner earth, where supposedly the civilization probably that built it, they still have an outpost over there built, but still we don't know nothing about it. We heard something like it was discovered in Antarctica, which resembles something like that, but nobody knows for sure. The information is scarce, and